Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Josh and you're watching Our History. Today we're going over the life of Marie Koopmans-de Wet, who became an influential advocate for Afrikaner rights and the preservation of the Afrikaans language and culture. So if you enjoy this, please be sure to like, and if you're new here, consider smashing the subscribe button. If this isn't your first rodeo and you haven't shown some love to that subscribe, now is your opportunity. Thank you for watching. Marie Margaretha Koopmans-de Wet was a prominent figure in South Africa society during the 19th century. Born in Cape Town in 1834, she became an influential advocate for Afrikaner rights and the preservation of the Afrikaans language and culture. She is known for her role as a patriotic benefactor, hosting numerous social gatherings at her prestigious home, which attracted the attention of the British governor. During the Second Boer War, she worked tirelessly to improve the conditions of Boer women and children who were interned by the British, even catching the attention of Queen Victoria, and was herself placed under house arrest because of it. Her house later became the Koopmas-de Wet House Museum, showcasing her significant contributions to South African history. Early life. Maria and her sister, Margaretha Koopmans, were fortunate to receive an exceptional education from their father, Advocate Johannes-de Wet. They grew up in the renowned Koopmans-de Wet House, located 23 Strand Street. The house, which was built in 1701, stands on land originally awarded to Reinier Smegdinger during the time of Willem Adriaan van der Stel. According to tradition, a ship captain constructed the house and brought the necessary materials on his final voyage from Europe. While there is no concrete evidence, it is believed that the famous architect Louis Thibault and sculptor Anton Anrieth were responsible for the front of the house in its current form, which showcases a remarkable blend of strict classical style and Dutch tradition. After the passing of Hendrik Justinus de Wet, her grandfather, his widow purchased the house in 1809. Johannes, their eldest son, later pursued a career in law and became a prominent figure in Cape Town. He achieved a PhD in Roman and French law from the University of Leiden and went on to serve as a member of the Cape Legislative Assembly for an impressive 15 years. Johannes was deeply involved in various aspects of public life, including education, politics, and the fight for press freedom. The historic 23 Strand Street also saw the presence of notable figures such as Dr. Abraham Forer, Andries Stockenstrom, John Fairbairn, and William Porter, further contributing to its significance. Advocate de Wet's sister was married to Sir John Truter, who held the prestigious position of the first Chief Justice of the Cape Colony and founded the NG Commune Wynberg. Marie's lineage can be traced back to Martin Melk, the progenitor of the Melk family in South Africa, as her mother was Adriana Horak, a granddaughter of Martin Melk. As a child, Marie witnessed her grandmother's esteemed presence in the Lutheran Church, where the congregation would rise in respect as she made her way to her seat. Marie possessed both intellectual brilliance and a strong will, along with exceptional judgment and a compassionate nature towards people's concerns. These qualities, combined with her family's heritage, contributed to her enduring eminence. Marie had a diverse educational background, starting with attending Johannes Spyker's Dutch school from the age of 7. During this time, she also received homeschooling. In her 13th year, she enrolled in the English private school of Mrs. Midgley on Bree Street, where she studied for about a year and a half with a primary focus on learning English. Marie's father highly valued foreign language knowledge, leading her and her sister to receive German and French lessons at home from a private tutor. She later also learned Italian. Impressively, even in her old age, Marie translated an article from Italian to Dutch which discussed President Paul Kruger. She closely followed the developments of the Voortrekkers and the recognition of Transvaal's Boers independence in 1852 and the Orange Free State's independence in 1854. These events sparked a sense of national awareness in Marie, leading her to become known for her patriotic insights. In later years, Marie dedicated herself to a self-imposed task of mercy. Despite her declining health, she tirelessly repackaged and sent gifts and comforts to women and children in concentration camps during the Anglo-Boer War. Additionally, she extended her support to prisoners of war in St. Helena, Ceylon, and elsewhere. These compassionate efforts were undertaken during Marie's elderly years. Marriage. On the 15th of March 1864, Marie married John Christoffel Koopmans, a Dutchman who initially served as as an officer in the British-German Legion. He arrived in the colony with a letter of recommendation from a friend of Advocate de Wet in Holland. Koopmans possessed offensive manners, but had a sociable disposition and nimbleness of action. Sir George Grey, the governor, recognized his fluency in 6 European languages and offered him the position of foreign correspondence clerk in the head post office. The couple moved to Vaal Street, but returned to Marie's parents' home when Koopman's post was eliminated during the 1867 depression. This decision was also influenced by their childlessness and Marie's mother's declining health. After 8 months of service, he was appointed as the official guard, known as the Carrier of the Black Rod, in the Cape Legislative Assembly. Sadly, Marie's mother passed away shortly thereafter, and the responsibility of running the household fell on her unmarried sister, Margaretha. Tragedy struck again in 1875 when her father also passed away. Just 4 years later, in 1879, Marie's beloved husband succumbed to kidney disease, a loss that deeply affected her. She never recovered from this blow and perpetually wore mourning clothes in memory of him. Despite their modest means, Marie and her sister maintained their social status, continued to reside in their family home. In 1881, they embarked on a journey to several European countries where they met relatives of Marie's late husband, including the renowned editor of Die Volkstem, Dr. Frans Engelenburg. During this trip, Marie had the opportunity to mingle with influential individuals and even received an audience at the court of King Wilhelm III of Netherlands. After his death, she expressed her condolences to Queen Emma through a personal letter and sent a beautiful wreath. This event, along with their trip to Europe, brought a sense of inner renewal to Marie and her sister. They returned to the Cape with the desire to make adjustments in their lives. Inspired by their second visit to Europe, they decided to end their isolated existence and once again welcome guests into their home. As a result, their home became known as the Strand Street Saloon, where Marie displayed her collection of art objects and sought to honor the Cape Dutch traditions. Marie also used her home as a platform for cultural activities, particularly chamber performances with music, and provided opportunities for young people of both English and Dutch descent. If you made it this far, I hope you're really enjoying this channel, and if you'd like to support the creation of more content like this, because all contributions are greatly appreciated, please consider joining the channel in the membership tab or check out the Patreon link in the description below.